Hey, man, this Bandana the Ragg, Gasoline TV, the reliable source, man. That's what I want to say, man. Don't be bamboozled. We're not finna be hoodwinked again. Nah, we ain't finna be bamboozled, man. You feel me? We ain't finna do it, man. We let Tiger Woods do it. Every time somebody black gets some money and get some fame and get to where they want to go in life, they seem to forget who the fuck they are. I'm gonna say this. You are who your parents are. If your mother's this race and your daddy's this race, okay, then you that. We're not finna sit around here and let a motherfucker say, I'm black with a slash of Indian, with a touch of German, and a pinch of a Russian. Come on, bro. Like, come on, that shit, man. Listen, man, be who you are. You know who your daddy is. You know who your mama is. You know what your race is. You know what you've been checking on the box for all these years. You've been checking in the box. What have you been checking on the boxes? What does America perceive you as? You feel me? Because they do that. Tiger Woods did that. He waited till he got to the height of his career and got on there and said, I'm a Cablinasian. And made up his own name for 5 different races to say that's what he is. When your mother's Japanese or, Asian and your dad's black. So you're black and Asian. Everybody, man, what's wrong with just being black? Right? But when you lose it all and you hit rock bottom and you get that DUI and tear up some shit and they take your ass to jail, you're black. The news clipping says black male suspect, black guy, this, and that. They say African American. They label you as black. When you in some bad shit, they label you as black. When you make it, oh, you can make up whoever you are. Kamala Harris is supposed to be the VP. Now she's saying she's Indian American. There's nothing wrong with being Indian American. It's nothing wrong with being whoever you are or whatever you are. Claim it, own it. I'm black. I'm black and proud. I'm proud to be black. Whether when we doing good, whether we out here bad, I'm not gonna change who the fuck I am, and nobody else should. You feel what I'm saying? You got Haitians, Africans, Jamaicans here. We have a disconnect with our own brothers because they come here and they told not to mess with us. Oh, they're this, they're that. They're not taking advantage of the education or taking advantage of the opportunities in their country. Guess what? We're here in this country. We're Americans. These are our opportunities to take. These are all our opportunities to take. So you coming here to take advantage of anything, take advantage of stuff where you from and where you supposed to be at, if that's the case. Don't come over here trying to take advantage of anything, because what you're doing when you come over here, you're stepping on American toes. Those that's here, when you allowed to come here and do your education and everything, that's stopping somebody from here from getting their education. You're stepping on the toes of people. You feel what I'm saying? And we allow that. We got to stop allowing it. Flavor Flav, he got his ass up over there talking about, I'm Indian American, I'm this, I'm the LL Cool J family too. LL Cool J ain't said shit. It ain't came out his mouth. I ain't heard him say it. So why are you sitting up there saying it and claiming for LL Cool J? Flav, if you want to be Indian, if you want to be Jamaican, if you want to be whatever the hell you want to be, brother, hey, hats off to you. But when they put them cuffs on you, when you get that DUI or you run that light or you fail to pay your taxes, they gonna lock your black ass up. You gonna be black. You're not gonna be in a cell with the Indians that you think you're gonna be with. You ain't gonna be in a cell with the Russians that you think you're gonna be with because you say you got a pinch of Russian in you. They gonna put your ass in there with the brothers. And we ain't gonna give you toothpaste or a toothbrush because you ain't one of us, man. Stop playing, man. Stop being bamboozled. Everybody know the presidents, they stop being used. Kamala Harris, she's black and all that, but she's not for us. She just said, I'm not going to do anything just for black people. We don't ask you to do anything just for us. We ask, what are you going to do for us? And the issues we have, because if you black as you say you are, you got Megan Thee Stallion coming out dancing and shaking at your debate. So you should identify the problems that black people are having, or we done had, right? We ain't had a president that really gave a damn about us. We know that, right? Let's just be real. We know we ain't had a president that really did all the way right by us. We can all vouch that. And when JFK started doing things and changing things, and for the betterment of us, they assassinated him. So before they would do things to make things right for black people, they would rather assassinate the president, right? Okay, we see that. But we're not going to sit here and let a person that look like us play like she's one of us, but then says she's Indian. So, it's like, come on, man, who are you? Who are you? If you scared to say who you really are and stand up and be who you are, then how can you lead us? How can you be for us? Why would we trust you that, you know what I mean? One thing we know about Donald Trump, he's a Caucasian man and he stand on it, and we know that. We know that. He's in line with his people, he deal with his people, and you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He ain't faking and shaking about it. He ain't getting on there, well, I'm part Russian. I have a pinch of Russian in me. He ain't doing none of that shit. So we can't stop being hoodwinked, man. Yeah, it's time to wake up. And all of the old dudes on these podcasts keep talking about how I was and how I was. Guess what? Those times are gone. They changed. Get over them. It's a new book being written. Be a part of brand new history and not that old bad stuff that we just been through. Nobody cares to hear about it. I don't care to hear about it. I don't even like to recognize that shit no more. You know what I mean? Real talk, I don't even like to recognize it no more. I put old pictures up and all of that, just going down memory lane, just showing people this is where I come from. This is where I was in life, and look at where I'm at in life now. Mentally, look where I'm at now. And I get a lot of backlash just for representing for our people, just for standing up for our people, for speaking out for our people. But like the great Tupac says, sometimes you got to call your people out. And there's a lot of us out here in good positions that are not helping each other and not being leaders the way they're supposed to be. You know, if Kamala Harris is for this country, a black woman was killed by the police. You know what I'm saying? A black woman was killed by the police. What are you doing about that? How are you using your voice for that? Only person stood up for that was Tia Mowry, the girl from Sister Sister. I salute you. And guess what? You should be running for president. We can get behind you. Because when our people is in need and our people need a voice, you didn't hesitate to speak up. You spoke up when needed. Any type of leader from any race, when they people go through anything and they speak up, those are leaders in my eyes. Period, point blank. You can't watch your people go through this and go through that and you turn your head. You feel me? But a lot of these people that's in these big positions that we idolize, we give them the crown. We say they this, we say they that. We stand behind them. We shut the whole city down for them and all of this. But when we have a black issue, they're silent. They're thinking about their record label. They're thinking about their image. They're thinking about record sales. Guess what? When you're a leader for your people and you're a representative, a true representative of your people, you don't care about followers. I don't give a fuck about followers. I don't give a fuck about no fans. I don't care who like me and who don't. Because I'm going to stand on what I need to stand on when it comes to my people and how I feel. That's just being a real person in general. That's just being a realist. Period, point blank. And there's nothing wrong with being a realist. And if I'm wrong on something, I don't mind coming back, doubling back. You know what? I was wrong. Hey, look, this, and that. You know, we all can be corrected. People think in this world that we can't be corrected. We all can be corrected. There's nothing wrong with being corrected. You take your correction and you move on if you was wrong. But see, accountability has a big role in everything that we do in life. And a lot of these guys, they get out of jail and they don't want to have accountability for what they done to be there, what they've been through in there. They take it out on the people that's out here. They take it out on everybody that's been free because you made a mistake in your life and you done something and you were put in a place where you was mistreated and you went through this and you went through that. But once you get out and you realize everything you went through back there, why keep allowing a young person to do what you were doing and get there, and you know where he's going to go and you know where he's going to go through. You know the information because you just came from there. So why are we speaking on these podcasts about how it was, who did what, how this organization started, how this organization started, when those organizations wasn't doing nothing to help us? Oh, gangbang started because it was for the community, it was to protect the community. Then how did gangbanging start destroying the community, destroying each other in the community? How did gangbanging start destroying the gang, the same gang in that community? Where did the internal problems come from? You feel what I'm saying? And why nobody stopped it? Why nobody said this is enough? This ain't right. We're not going to grow if we keep destroying each other like this. Why nobody step up as a leader and say the right thing and do the right thing?